Hello friends, Namaskar. I am Pradeep Patil and wishing you all a very happy, healthy and safe life. Be optimistic and cautious during this pandemic situation. These are the only tools which can counter COVID-19. Friends, it is not always possible to learn each and everything from our experiences. Rather, we can learn so many things from the experiences of others and the mistakes they have committed in the past. So today I am going to share my 4 key learnings with you all. When I was 20 years old, that time I read a wonderful memoir, a beautiful memoir written by a famous saint from India, Swami Ramtirth. He was basically from Punjab and he was highly regarded saint in United States. He was most popular person in America after Swami Vivekananda. When he was going abroad that time, he met an old man who was continuously trying to write something and rubbing the same on the slate. Swami Ramtirth, out of curiosity, approached him and asked, "What are you doing?" That person looked, smiled, and replied, "I am learning Mandarin." You must be knowing that the Mandarin is an official language of China and it is considered one of the most difficult languages in the world because the script of Mandarin is pictorial. You need to literally draw the picture if you want to explain or express something. Swami Ramtirth surprised, not because that person was French and had already completed the age of 91 years. Swami Ramtirth surprised because that person was holding curiosity, intensity, and enthusiasm like a child to learn new things. Friends, this memoir completely changed my perception about learning and education and created a strong belief system that the learning should not be confined to the school, colleges, and universities. Rather, it should be a continuous process, an endless journey without any destination. Since then, I have been trying to learn so many things, and today I am going to share my 4 key learnings, which helped me a lot to shape, design, and transform my way of thinking, my thought process, and my orientation towards the life. These 4 key learnings are: number one, respect the culture of others; number two, develop problem solving approach; number three, work in collaboration, not in isolation; and number four, cultivate the habit of gratitude. Now let's take one by one. Number one, respect the culture of others. I remember I was posted in one of the regions of West Bengal in January 1999 as an Rajbhasha officer. And I had been given a task to implement Hindi language in almost 50 branches of that particular region according to the government policy. You must be knowing that the Hindi is an official language of Government of India, and according to the targets given by Ministry of Home Affairs every year through the annual program, certain percentage of implementation of that particular language needs to be achieved according to the linguistic region. I was very happy to become an integral part of the mission for cultural integration through the language. It created some sort of sense of patriotism, but very soon I realized that it was very easy to talk but very difficult to implement. During the first 6 months, I faced several challenges: anger, resistance, and protest. And it is quite natural to ask a person to implement a particular language in which he does not have any proficiency. Certainly, it will create discomfort for him. Same thing happened with me. But after 6 months, I changed my strategy. First, I started to conduct intensive workshops so that the necessary skills can be imparted to them, working knowledge can be given to them. Hand-holding support can be provided to the bank employees. Secondly, I started to learn their language. I used to participate in the cultural programs, social programs, and I would ask them, দাদা কেমন আছেন, বাড়িতে সবাই ভালো তো, আপনার খাওয়া দাওয়া হলো নাকি, আপনি ও খবরটা পড়েছেন কি, স্যার হাউ আর ইউ, is everything okay at your home, all is well, have you taken your meal, lunch or dinner, whatever, have you read this news? And very soon I became the integral part of their society, their community. And needless to mention here that by adopting this strategy, I could not only achieve the targets of my organization, my nation, but also I could enrich myself by understanding different perspectives and others' viewpoints. In fact, it opened the doors to understand their culture, their literature, their customs, their traditions and day-to-day affairs for me. So by understanding the different viewpoints and learning from others' perspectives, we can expand our horizon of understanding. My second learning, develop the problem solving approach. Friends, interestingly, the problem solving approach is nothing to do with the age, designation, caste, creed, gender, community or nationality. Rather, it is a state of mind. It depends whether you focus on the problem side or the solution side. Many a times you must have experienced that you went to a person to seek the solution of a particular problem and you came back with 2-3 more problems, let alone the solution of your existing problem. On the other hand, sometimes your solutions must have come from a person to whom people have underestimated. Once a truck entered a building accidentally and stuck there badly. Several professionals and experts assembled there to resolve the issue, but they could not succeed. Suddenly a 12-year boy appeared there, observed it, and suggested a wonderful idea. He suggested to remove the air from all the 4 tires, and immediately that problem got resolved. That truck could be brought out, that truck could be removed safely from that building without damaging it further. I remember when I was branch manager in a particular branch, that time one of the department heads of my branch lodged a complaint that the printer was not working. After 4 days, the representative, that the person from that agency, visited our branch, and we were surprised to know that the problem was occurred only due to one small alpine which was stuck inside the printer. Had we focused on that problem at initial level, at primary stage, this problem could have been resolved. So many a times we feel that the problem which we are facing today is nothing but the result of our small ignorance in the past. So try to develop problem solving approach This is my second learning. Number 3, work in collaboration, not in isolation. Friends, I believe that two persons of good talent working together can easily defeat two persons of great talents who are not working together. Alone we are smart, but together we are brilliant. Many times I observed that some persons say that in the absence of themselves, the work cannot be completed by the team members. They make in a form of complaint, but actually they take the pride by saying so. And later on, they face the consequences, problems. So we need to understand that when we allocate, decentralize and delegate the works and powers to our team members, our group members, it not only creates the sense of responsibility, but also it creates sense of belongingness and ownership. In turn, it can improve our productivity, performance and output substantially. I remember 20 years back, one staff member was holding very good public relation skill. He was commanding excellent reputation in that locality. But only due to his designation, he was being ignored. One day, one executive identified his talent, potential, and skill and involved him in a business development process. And I am happy to share with you all that only after 3 months, that staff member stood number 1 in that region for garnering new business in that particular branch. While working in a collaboration or a team, I always take precautions not to become a boss, rather I should become a team member or team leader. There is a basic difference between a boss and team leader. Boss always says, do this work, but team leader says, let us do this work. This is the basic difference between boss and team leader, and it creates the difference between performance and non-performance. My learning number 4, cultivate the attitude of gratitude. There are several studies and surveys conducted by reputed institutions which say that the gratitude can liberate you from many false beliefs, ego and complexes, and it can be helpful to restore our mental, emotional and psychological health. Gratitude is the great source to ensure well-being, happiness, health and optimism in our life. Now let me ask you one question. Can you identify this person? Who is this? Friends, he is nothing but a legendary tennis player, Arthur Ashe. He was the first black man to win US Open, Australian Open and Wimbledon. During the heart surgery in 1983, he got infected with the blood he received and contracted AIDS. All over the world, lakhs of well-wishers and followers sent him the letter and messages. One of the messages emotionally conveyed. Why does God have to select you for such a bad disease? Arthur Ashe replied, 50 million children start playing tennis. 5 million learn to play tennis. 5 lakhs learn professional tennis. 50,000 reach the circuit. 5,000 Grand Slam. 50 in the Wimbledon. 4 reach finals and only 2 reach ultimate game. When I was holding the cup in my hand, that time I never asked God why me. And today I am in pain. I should not be asking God why me. Happiness keeps you sweet. Trials keep you strong. Sorrow keeps you human. Failures keeps you humble. Success keeps you glowing. But only the attitude of gratitude keeps you going. Your knowledge, your skill, your talent can take you to the highest position in your career. But only the gratitude can take you to the hearts of others. Friends, the river is considered good because it is continuously flowing. In the absence of newly added water, it may lose its freshness. The nature has also adopted the same thing as regard to the human being. As long as we keep learning, nature keeps us fresh and relevant. The moment when we stop learning, we start dying. So this is my simple mantra, that always try and fail, but never fail to try to learn new things in your life. So let me summarize my 4 key learnings. Number 1, respect the culture of others. 2, develop problem solving approach. Number 3, work in collaboration, not in isolation. And number 4, cultivate the attitude of gratitude. Mahatma Gandhi says that live as if you were to die tomorrow, and learn as if you were to live forever. With this, wishing you all a very happy and pleasant learning ahead. Thank you very much.